Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into a unique and provocative German satire film called Look Who's Back, original title, Er ist wieder da. This movie dropped in 2015 and mixes comedy, political satire, and social commentary in a way that's both hilarious and uncomfortably thought-provoking. So here's the crazy idea. What if Adolf Hitler suddenly woke up in modern-day Germany? Sounds insane, right? Well, buckle up, because this film takes that bizarre premise and runs with it, hard. From viral videos to unexpected fame, the story is a wild roller coaster that makes you laugh, cringe, and think deeply about the world we live in. Let's break down the entire storyline from start to finish. Spoiler alert, this isn't your average comedy. The movie opens peacefully in a Berlin park. Then, boom! Out of nowhere, Adolf Hitler regains consciousness, lying on the grass, still dressed in his Nazi uniform. Disoriented and confused, he looks around at a world completely unfamiliar to him. The last thing he remembers is being in a bunker in 1945, and now, it's 2014. Hitler starts wandering around, trying to make sense of everything. He sees kids playing soccer, people walking around with smartphones, modern cars, Turkish immigrants. Everything looks alien to him. But here's the twist. Everyone he meets thinks he's just a really convincing impersonator. Some laugh, others get nervous, but no one believes this is actually Hitler. Meanwhile, we're introduced to another character, Fabian Sawatzki, a young, struggling TV producer who's just been fired from his job at a media company. He's desperate for a story, something fresh and exciting that'll get people talking. And guess what? He stumbles across Hitler sleeping in the park. At first, Fabian thinks this guy is a performance artist or method actor who never breaks character. But instead of reporting him or calling the police, Fabian sees an opportunity. What if I turn this into a documentary? He thinks. This could go viral. So he convinces Hitler to go on a road trip across Germany, filming interviews and reactions from the public. And here's where things get weird. Many people laugh, some are offended, but a surprising number actually agree with Hitler's opinions. They say things like, he makes some good points, or, finally, someone says it like it is. It's funny, but also deeply disturbing. One of the smartest things this movie does is show how the media today works. Hitler, the actual dictator, becomes a celebrity in 2014 because he's bold, controversial, and gets clicks. He's invited onto TV talk shows, gains a massive online following, and people treat him like a dark comedian or social critic. Even more shocking, Hitler quickly learns how to adapt. He figures out Google, learns how TV and politics work today, and realizes that media is now a far more powerful weapon than propaganda ever was in the 1940s. And thanks to Fabian's help, he becomes a rising star. His old ideology hasn't changed at all, but now it's packaged in humor, sarcasm, and reality TV aesthetics, and that's enough to make it palatable to the public. As things spiral, Fabian starts to question everything. He notices how people are seriously starting to follow Hitler, not just laugh at him. They quote him, praise him, and some even say, "We need a leader like you again." Fabian realizes, this isn't just a joke anymore. This might actually be dangerous. He begins to suspect that maybe this man isn't an actor. What if he is the real Adolf Hitler? He investigates, checks records, fingerprints. Everything comes up blank. No one knows who this guy is. He has no ID, no history. It's like he just appeared out of thin air. Meanwhile, the media company that once fired Fabian is now fully supporting Hitler's rise. Why? Because he brings in huge ratings. The higher-ups don't care what he says, as long as the money keeps rolling in. They give him his own show, sign book deals, and even start producing a movie based on his new life story. Yep, you heard that right. A movie within a movie. As Hitler's popularity skyrockets, Fabian finally loses it. He confronts Hitler and screams, "You're not a joke. You're dangerous." But Hitler stays calm and says something chilling. "You brought me back. You gave me this platform. You wanted to be famous. You needed me more than I needed you." Fabian, racked with guilt and fear, decides to do something drastic. He takes a gun, corners Hitler on a rooftop, and shoots him point blank. But then, something surreal happens. After shooting Hitler and watching his body fall, Fabian thinks it's finally over. But suddenly, we see Hitler again, alive and well, riding in a limousine. He looks out the window at modern Germany. Angry protesters, racism, xenophobia, extremist groups, online hate. And then he says, "You can't get rid of me. I'm a part of all of you." That final scene hits hard. It's not just about Hitler as a man, it's about the ideas he represents. And those ideas, they never truly died. They just evolved, took on new forms, adapted to modern tools, like social media and viral fame. Look Who's Back is much more than a dark comedy. It's a warning. A brutal, satirical reflection on how society is still vulnerable to dangerous ideologies.